Very good morning dear students. Welcome to our basic mathematics class. Before class discussing about types of number. I hope everyone understanding the types of number. Today we are discussing about prime factorization or canonical representation. How to representation by prime factorization or canonical representation means there are two types of finding the canonical representation. See the first one is number of positive divisors of a number. Number of positive divisors of a number. Now the number of positive divisors of a number is denoted by T of n. T of n is nothing but number of divisors of a number. So T of n form is 1 plus alpha 1 into 1 plus alpha 2 into 1 plus alpha 3 so on 1 plus alpha n. So number of positive divisors of a number can be represented by T of n. T of n is nothing but number of positive divisors of a number is equal to 1 plus alpha 1 into 1 plus alpha 2 into 1 plus alpha 3 into so on 1 plus alpha n, where alpha 1 comma alpha 2 comma alpha n or alpha n are constant elements. The second one is sum of all the positive divisors of a number. Sum of all the positive divisors of a number. So sum of all the positive divisors of a number can be representation as S of n. S of n is nothing but sum of all positive divisors of a number represented as S of n. That formula is P1 into 1 plus alpha 1 minus 1 by P1 minus 1 comma into P2 1 plus alpha 2 minus 1 by P2 minus 1 so on Pn 1 plus alpha n minus 1 divided by Pn minus 1. Here P1 comma P2 comma so on Pn, the elements are called prime numbers, where P1 comma P2 comma P3 comma so on Pn are prime numbers. So now prime factorization method or canonical representation, but there are two methods. First method is number of positive divisors of a number representation as T of n is equal to 1 plus alpha 1 into 1 plus alpha 2 into so on 1 plus alpha n, where alpha 1 comma alpha 2 comma so on alpha n elements are constant. Second method is sum of all positive divisors of a number. Sum of all the positive divisors of a number can be represented as S of n. S of n is equal to P1 into 1 plus alpha 1 minus 1 by P1 minus 1 into P2 power of 1 plus alpha 2 minus 1 by P2 minus 1 into so on Pn power 1 plus alpha n minus 1 by Pn minus 1. Here P1 comma P2 comma Pn so on all elements are prime numbers. So this is a representation by canonical. For example, so I am taking one question. Find the number of positive divisors and the sum of all the number of divisors, sum of all the positive divisors of a divisors of the following numbers. This is a question here, students. The given first question they given is 60. Now here given 60 to find number of positive divisors and find sum of all the positive divisors. First 60 by using the division method. Because of 60 we need to calculate prime factorization method. How to find the prime factorization method means to by using the division method finally we get the prime elements. See now prime elements start from 2 into 30 60. Next 2 into 15 30, but 2 is not divided by 15 is not divided by 2, that's why I am taking 3. 3 5 is 15, so 5 only divided by only 5 only, that's why 5 into 1 is 5. Whenever remainder is 1 we can stop the division. Now write the prime factorization. Now 60 is equal to, now 60 is equal to, now what are the divisors? Sorry, what are the divisors? 2 into 3 into 5. So 60 prime factors can be expressed as product of the prime elements. The product of the prime elements. Now 60 is equal to product with all the divisors. 2 into 3 into 5. Now 2 how many times is repetition is there? 2 is the twice repetition. So 2 square. 3 only 1 time. So 5 only 1 time. Now this one comparing with P1 power of alpha 1 into P2 power of alpha 2 into P3 power of alpha 3. So this one comparing with the P1 power of alpha 1 into P2 power of alpha 2 into P3 power of alpha 3. Now comparing with both the, what is the P1 over here? P1, P2, P3 values are prime numbers. Alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3 are called powers. That's why now P1 is equal to 2 and P2 is equal to 3 and P3 is equal to 5. Now alpha 1 is called first power. What is alpha 1 first power? Is 2. Alpha 2 is 1. Alpha 3 also 1. So first we have to by using the division method. So that number can be expressed as product of the prime number. After that comparing with the P1 power of alpha 1 into P2 power of alpha 2 into P3 power of alpha 3. Now write down the P1 value, P2 value, P3 value. Next write down the alpha 1 value, alpha 2 value, alpha 3. But in this question what they are asking? What they are asking? Find the number of positive divisors. Number of positive divisors. So number of positive divisor can be representation form is T of n is equal to so 1 plus alpha 1 into 1 plus alpha 2 into 1 plus alpha 3. Because of how many values you are getting? Only alpha 1 value, alpha 2 value, alpha 3 value. That's why I am stopping the alpha 3. Now substitute the values. 1 plus alpha 1 value is 2. Next 1 plus alpha 2 value is 1. 1 plus alpha 3 value is 1. Now simplify this one. 1 plus 2 that value is 3. 1 plus 1 that value is 2. So 1 plus 1 that value is 2. Simplify this one. 3 into 2 6. 6 into 2 12. So number of divisors of a number value is 12. Next we need to calculate sum of all the positive divisors of a number. So sum of all the positive divisors of a number form is S of n is equal to P1 power of 1 plus alpha 1 minus 1 by P1 minus 1 into P2 power of 1 Pn minus 1 number of elements. Here P how many elements are given? Only 3. That's why only can stop the P3 power 1 plus alpha 3 minus 1 by P3 minus 1. See the second one. Sum of all the positive divisors is denoted by S of n. Sum of all the positive divisors of a number is denoted by S of n. Formula is P1 power 1 plus alpha 1 minus 1 divided by P1 minus 1 into P2 power 1 plus alpha 2 minus 1 divided by P2 minus 1 into P3 power 1 plus alpha 3 minus 1 divided by P3 minus 1. Now substitute the values. What is the P1 value here? 2 is the P1 value. Power 1 plus alpha 1 value is 2 minus 1 divided by P1 value is 2 minus 1 into P2. What is the P2 value here? 3 power 1 plus alpha 2 value is 1 minus 1 divided by 3 minus 1 into P3 value is 5 power 1 plus alpha 3 value is 1 minus 1 divided by 5 minus 1. Now simplify this one. 1 plus 2 that value is 3 minus 1 by 2 minus 1 that value is 1 into 3 power 1 plus 1 2 that value is minus 1 divided by 3 minus 1 that value is 2 into 5 power 1 plus 1 that value is 2 minus 1 divided by 5 minus 1 that is 4. Now 2 cube. 2 cube is nothing but 2 product with 3 times. 2 cube can be written as 2 into 2 into 2. So now 2 2 is 4, 4 2 is 8. That's why 2 cube value is 8 minus 1 by 1 into 3 square. 3 can be written, 3 square can be written as twice. 3 into 3. So this value is 9. That's why 9 minus 1 by 2 into 5 square. 5 square can be written as 5 into 5. That value is 25. So 25 minus 1 divided by 4. Now simplify this one. 8 minus 1 value is 7. 7 into 9 minus 1 value is 8 into 25 minus 1 is 24 divided by product with the denominator values. 1 into 2 2 into 4 8. Now 8 get cancelled. Simplify the value 7 into 24. What is the 7 into 24? 7 4 is 28. 2 is left. 7 2 is 14. 14 plus 2 16. 168. Sum of all the positive divisors value is 168. Like that we need to calculate the number of positive divisors and sum of all the positive divisors. So once again there is the solution. See the example. First question is find the positive divisors of a number and find the sum of the positive divisors. First 60 can express as a product of the prime number. 60 can be expressed as the product of prime number. How to find the product of number means we can apply the division method. We can apply the division method. So 60 can be expressed as a divisors product with the divisors 2 into 2 into 3 into 5. Now 2 how many times repetition? 2 times. So that's why I am writing 2 square into 3 how many times repetition? Only 1 time. That's why I am writing 3 power 1. 5 how many times repetition? Only 1 time. That's why I am writing 5 power 1. Now comparing with this one, because of small n can be expressed as a product of the prime number. That's why this is a form of n is equal to p1 power of alpha 1 into p2 power of alpha 2 into p3 power of alpha 3 so on into pn power of n. Here n is called number of elements. That's why number of elements can be expressed as form is p1 power of alpha 1 into p2 power of alpha 2 into so on pn power alpha n. Now comparing with this one, in place of p1 what is the value is there? 2. In place of p2 what is the value is there? 3. In place of p3 what is the value is there? 5. Now p1 p2 p3 it is called prime number alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3 are called power elements. What is the first power element here? 2. That's why alpha 1 value is 2, alpha 2 value is 1, alpha 3 value is 1. But they are asking find the number of positive divisors of a number can be expressed as P of n is equal to 1 plus alpha 1 into 1 plus alpha 2 into 1 plus alpha 3. Now we substitute the alpha 1 value, alpha 2 value, alpha 3 value. We get the number of positive divisors is equal to 12. Next we need to calculate sum of divisors. Formula is P1 power of 1 plus alpha 1 minus 1 by P1 minus 1 into P2 power of 1 plus alpha 2 minus 1 by P2 minus 1 into P3 power of 1 plus alpha 3 minus 1 by P3 minus 1. Now substitute the alpha 1 value, alpha 2 value, alpha 3 and substitute P1 value, P2 value, P3 value. Simplify this one. Finally we get the 168. The sum of all the positive divisors of a number is 168. So only there is canonical representative will asking, only after we can find out. Suppose they are asking find the sum of number of divisors this one, find the number of positive divisors this one. Like that we need to calculate. Only there are asking canonical representation. Like that there are asking only can find out up to here only. So now I am go to the exercise problems. Step by step I will explain that one. See the exercise 1.1. See the exercise 1.1. I think everyone understanding this two formulas, how to finding the P1 value, P2 value, P3 and alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3 values. See the exercise 1.1. Exercise 1.1. I am explaining third person because of first we have to representation by canonical representation. Canonical representation means number of elements can be expressed as P1 power of 1 plus alpha 1, P1 power of alpha 1 into P2 power of alpha 2 into so on, Pn power of alpha n, where P1 comma P2 comma so on Pn are prime numbers and alpha 1 comma alpha 2 so on alpha n are powers values, the power numbers. Here let n can be expressed as product of the prime number. Observe here 10 is the what is the product of prime numbers. The 10 can be written as 2 into 5 or 5 into 2. This is the product of the prime number. Or else by using the division method, 2 into 5 is 10, 5 is 5. Now 10 can be expressed as product of the prime number. That's why product with the divisors elements 2 into 5. So like that we need to calculate the canonical representation. See the question number 3, the 1 marks question. Question number 3 they are asking give the canonical representation. Give the canonical representation of the following question. See the first question. First question is 96. So now 96 can be expressed as canonical representation. 96 can be expressed as canonical representation means by using the division method, product with the prime. See the solution. So given is 96 by using the division method. 2 4 is 8, 2 8 is 16. That's why 2 into 40 is 96. Next 2 into 2 2 is 4, 2 4 is 8. So 2 into 24 that value is 48. 2 into 12 that value is 24. 2 into 6 that value is 12. 2 into 3 that value is 6. 3 only divisible by only 3. That's why I make 3 into 1 is 3. When the remainder is 1 we get stop the division. Now 96 can be expressed as product of prime number. That's why product with all the divisors 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 how many times repetition? 5 times. 3 how many times repetition only? 3 power 1. So this is a canonical representation. In this question they will not ask you find the number of positive divisors. They will not asking the find the sum of all the positive divisors. But here only asking give the number representation by canonical representation. What is the given number representation by the canonical method? That's why by using the division method, finally we can write as product of the prime number. That it is called the canonical representation. This is the solution of this question. I think understood how to finding the canonical representation. Next I am going to second question. See the second question. Second question they have given 140. The 140. This question also we have to represent it by the canonical representation by using the division method. 270 is 140, 235 is 70. So 2 is not divisible by the 35. 35 is not divisible by the 2. That's why 3. 3 also not divisible. 4 also not possible. 5 is possible. 5 7 is 35. 7 only divisible by the 7 only. That's why. Now 140 can be expressed as product of prime. Now product with all the divisors 2 into 2 into 5 into 7. Now 2 how many times repetition? 2 times. Only 5 how many times repetition? Only 1 time. 7 how many times repetition? Only 1 time. So this is the canonical representation. Next I am going to third question. See the third question they are given 156. 156 by using division method. 156. 2 7 is 14. Remaining 6 is 2 8 is 16. Next 2 3 is 6. 2 9 is 18. Now 39 is only 3 only. 3 1 is 3. 3 3 is 9. 3 into 39 is 39. So 13 1 is 13. Now 156 can be written as 2 into 3 into 13. Now 2 how many times repetition? 2 times. 3 how many times repetition? Is only 1 time. 13 how many times repetition? Is only 1 time. This is the canonical representation. See the fourth one is 306. 306. Solution 306 by using the division method to 153 jar. So 153 jar how much? 3 is because of 2 3 is 6, 2 5 is 1 is left, 2 into 1 is 2 plus 1 3. 2 into 153 value is 306. 153 is not divisible by 2, that's why I am taking 3. Next to find number is 3. 3 5 is 15, 3 1 is 3. Next I am taking 3. 3 1 is 3, 17 jar. So next 17 1 is 17. So when the remainder is 1 we get, stop the division. After that 306 can be expressed as product with the prime numbers 2 into 3 into 3 into 17. Now 2 only 1 time is repetition, 3 2 times is repetition, 17 only 1 time repetition. Next we are going to fifth question. Fifth question they are given 5005. So 5005. Now this 5005 is not divisible by 2. So check it 3. Check it 3. 5005. 3 2 ja 6 not 3 1 ja 3. 20 is there. 3 6 ja 18. 3 6 ja 18. Again 20 is there. 3 6 ja 18. So 2 is there 25. So 25 is not divisible by 3. That's why I am taking 5. So 5. 5 1 ja 5. 0 0 1. So next. So now 1001 it is not divisible by the 5. That's why I am taking 3. I am taking 3. Suppose 3 3s are 9. You get 10 is left. 10 is left. 3 3s are 9. So 11. So 11 also not divisible by the 3. That's why which number is possibility? 7 we can take. 7. 7 1 ja 7. Remaining 30 left is there. 7 4 ja 28. So now 1001. So 7 1 ja 7. So left is 3 is there. Take 0. 7 4 ja 28. The 2 is left. Take 1. 7 3 ja 21 equal to 0. Just by 1 4 3 will come. So 7 into 1 4 3 that value is 1001. Next, this is any divisible by 3. So 3 4 ja 12. So 3 4 ja 12, remaining 23 is there. 23 is not divisible by the 3. So 7 also not divisible. That's why, so we can part only 143. 143 into 1 is 143. Now 5005 can be expressed as 5 into 7 into 143. So all the number only repetition only one time. 5 into 7 power 1 into 143 power 1. This is the canonical representation. Each number by using the division method, finally we can write as the given number is equal to product with prime number. That is the solution. I think this one also possibility 11. 11 is possible. This one check it. 11 also possible. So 11 1 ja 11. Remaining 33 is there. 11 3 ja 33. So now 13 1 ja 30. So this rectify this one. So 5005 can be expressed as 5 into 7 into 11 into 13. So 5005 expressed as 5 power 1 only 5 only one time repetition, 7 only one time repetition, 11 only one time repetition, 13 only one time repetition. This is the solution of this question. All the questions represented by the canonical representation. How to given number find the representation, canonical representation is what are the given number by using the division method. Finally we can write given number is equal to product with the prime number. Observe here, what is the canonical representation here? Let n can be expressed as product of prime numbers. That's why n can be expressed as a product with the prime numbers. So P1, P2, P3, so on Pn it is called prime numbers. Alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha n. Alpha 1, alpha 2, so on alpha n are called powers. So this is a canonical representation. That's why how to representation by canonical method is what are the given number by using the division method. Finally we get the product of prime number. Here 2 how many times repetition? 5 times. 3 how many times repetition? Only 1 time. Now 96 can be expressed as canonical method. That's why 2 power of 5 into 3 power of 1. It is a canonical representation. See the second question is 140 can be written as 2 square into 5 power of 1 into 7 power 1. Because of 2 how many times repetition is 2 times. 5 how many times repetition? 1 time. 7 how many times repetition? Only 1 time. So like that all the questions by using the division method. Finally each number expressed as a product of prime number. So like that we have to solve the questions. Next question number 1 and question number 2. Exercise 1.1, question number 1 and question number 2. Question number they are asking only find the number of divisors. Find the number of divisors from this T of n is equal to 1 plus alpha 1 into 1 plus alpha 2 into 1 plus alpha 3. So like that. So what are the given number? First we have to compare it with the P1 power of alpha 1 into P2 power of alpha 2 into so on Pn power of alpha 3. After that we should write as alpha 1 value, alpha 2 value, alpha 3. That value substitute the number of positive divisors formula. So second question is find the sum of all the positive divisors. Formula is S of n is equal to p1 power 1 plus alpha 1 minus 1 by p1 minus 1 into p2 power 1 plus alpha 2 minus 1 by p2 minus 1. So 1 into pn power 1 plus alpha n minus 1 by pn minus 1. We can apply that values, we get the sum of all the positive divisors. I think you want to understand the given number by using the canonical representation, how to finding the product of prime number. This is the method of finding the canonical representation. So tomorrow class we are discussing about exercise 1.1, question number 1, question number 2. So I think everyone understanding these solutions. Who are not understanding, so please contact me. My number is 830968958. This is my number. So if you have any confusion, please call me. I will clarify the doubts. I think you are understanding the question. So again, tomorrow class we are discussing about exercise 1.1, question number 1 and question number 2. What I have explained now was revise the all the questions. Thank you all.